Hey everybody, JK Calloway here at Real JK Calloway, and we got a pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2018. There's one of each match, plus a couple of everything matches. And then there's like 35 different other matches. Most of the builds haven't been great. There's a couple that should be outstanding, but let's do some fantasy booking and predictions because based on what WWE's been doing lately, pretty much any of us can do it better. 12 matches scheduled, nothing scheduled for the pre-show yet. I'm sure some will get bumped to it, so let's try to guess what order they'll be in. And I think they'll start off hot with the SmackDown Triple Threat Tag Team match. The Bar versus the Usos and the New Day. No stipulations in this one other than the Triple Threat thing, which is disappointing. This would be a very fun match to have under TLC rules or even simple as ladder match rules or something like that, but they gotta save that for an injured guy and Baron Corbin. But this will start off the night right. Guaranteed these three can put together a great show. Who's gonna win? Probably the Usos. I mean, they were the lone survivor at Survivor Series, the only SmackDown team that won anything, any match, any SmackDown match, and it was with pre-show, of course, so this will probably be on the pre-show as well, because who wants to see quality wrestling on the main show? Whoa. Second match of the night will probably be a palate cleanser. It'll be a tables match between Natalya and Ruby Riott. The feud has been about Natalya's dad dying. Tasteful. I don't really know where they go with this. I'm glad that Ruby Riott's getting a spot on the main roster card. That's great because she's great. They got nothing for her, so they make her the girl who makes fun of the girl whose dad died. Okay. Having said that, I'm going to go with Natalya winning because it's supposed to be this nice little do it for your dad moment. There's really nothing else to this feud. I'm sure they'll just be both be going into Royal Rumble next month with hopes of winning it, I guess. I mean, neither one's gonna. We all know that. Third match of the night, just because they need to bracket one great match and whatever the tables match is going to be with another great match, but a little under the radar, the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. This should be just as good as their one they had in Australia, which was outstanding. Buddy Murphy just started his championship run. He's going to continue it, move on to Royal Rumble and beyond. I don't know what they're going to do past that. Hopefully they can get Hideo Itami a little more involved, please. Legend of the business. Just a little bit, please. A little bit. Up next might steal the show if they let them. They've had a bunch of matches already. But you know the quality of the work, these two could steal the whole damn thing. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. No doubt Drew's going to win this match. They're strapping the rocket on him, and rightfully so. He is outstanding. But man, remember when Finn Balor was the first ever Universal Champion? Man, that was a long time ago. Hopefully something good to great to excellent is on the horizon for him. Maybe even winning the Royal Rumble. I doubt it, but stranger things have happened. Up next, we got to get the toys back involved. It's the chairs match, Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. These two have had a number of matches already, so Randy Orton wins. Why not? I don't know if this feud goes until Royal Rumble or beyond. Probably not. They probably have a good little feud during the Rumble. I would even say it'd be a good idea to put them 1 and 2 in the Rumble and let them last a while, because they can certainly carry that match for a good long while and put a good showing in. I don't know if that's the game plan. I don't know what they're gonna do with these two guys, but Randy's been a great heel. Ray is always a great babyface. Hopefully good things are in the future. On to the Raw Women's Championship match, and oh the heat, oh the heat. Ronda Rousey defending against Nia Jax. I am kind of happy that Nia's leaning into the heat. You know what I mean? Like she legit did stiff Becky Lynch. It was a working punch. Everyone get your panties out of your ass. It was a working punch. It was just bad timing by both people. Clonk probably broke her orbital bone. Is probably why it's taken so long get her back in the ring. But Ronda versus Nia. Is Charlotte or Becky going to interfere in this match? Probably not. Let's be real. Ronda will retain. Depending on how strong they want to make Nia, maybe they have Charlotte come out and interfere. You know what I mean? So then Nia can lose by disqualification and still be strong. But, you know, they've been building her for a while. I think she's probably going to have a really, really good showing in the Royal Rumble. Probably not win it. It's going to be Charlotte or Becky. But she's probably going to be like the Kane of female women's Royal Rumbles from now on. She's going to have all the eliminations. She's going to set up all the records for the next few years. As she should. She's a big bastard, and she's stronger than everyone. She should be that unbeatable force, if you will, you know? But no, I think Ronda's going to win straight up. Armbar. Hopefully a good match. I mean, their Money in the Bank match was totally decent until the finish. And the finish was fine too, but they were having a good match, so here's hoping they have another one. 7th match of the night, and we're going to have our first TLC match, and it's going to be Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. If Strowman wins, he gets Brock at the Royal Rumble. If Corbin wins, he is the permanent GM. I don't see that happening. I think it'll be a squash. I think it'll be fast. That Strowman just climbs up the ladder after a couple power bombs through a table or something screwy like that, and climbs a ladder and wins. Because they're going to have Alexa Bliss take that spot as the Raw GM. She is tailor-made for such things. Here's going to be the break from that last TLC match to get like a palate cleanser, if you will. It's going to be the finals of Mixed Match Challenge. Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox versus R-Truth and Carmella. The winners get to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble matches. So, you've got a great shot at either Jinder Mahal or R-Truth being number 30. Having said that, R-Truth and Carmella should win. They're far more entertaining. They've got great chemistry. And remember when Carmella was a heel 2 months ago, and the champion 4 months ago? Okay. Now we get into the nitty-gritty. The ladder match will be next. Elias versus Bobby Lashley. It's not even a ladder match. It's a guitar on a pole, essentially. But the guitar is going to be hanging from the rafters. And whoever grabs it can use it. And they win. What? Bobby Lashley's going to win. With help from Lio Rush. But Elias is going to get the guitar back somehow. And smash it over Lio Rush. But Bobby Lashley will win. I don't care about this match. If you do care about this match, tell me how. Now we get into the sexy stuff. 10th match of the night. Hopefully they haven't lost anyone because it's going to be a good one. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. No stipulation on this one. Kind of surprised. This is TLC written all over it, but no, straight up match. I'm sure they're going to feud. They might feud all the way to Mania if it's good enough, but given what they did in 2014, I think it was, that whole year almost, Seth and Dean carried the shows, man. Their pay-per-view matches were outstanding, so there doesn't need to be a stipulation yet. They can build to that, probably get something out of Mania, maybe Hell in a Cell, they've already done that. So something big. First match of the feud, so that means, logically, the heel's gonna win. Dean's gonna win the Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations! But like I said, should be a great match, and it's just the start. Like, hopefully these two are both in the Rumble, and they go for a long time. They are the Raw equivalent of what Ray and Randy should be. The two of them should be going like crazy at each other, probably come out like 15 and 18, something like that, and then just go for a while. It should be really good, and leading towards something amazing at WrestleMania. Here's hoping. Semi-main, and this is tough, but I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. I think this will be the semi-main because Becky. I mean, let's be real. Again, no stips for this one. Just a good old-fashioned, awesome indie fight. Ring of Honor, here we go. And if they get the time, hopefully get at least 20, oh, they can tell a tale. Oh, this should be an outstanding match. There is no logical reason why this shouldn't be match of the night. There's no logical reason why this shouldn't be a 5-star match. Hopefully it is. And Daniel Bryan's going to retain. Does he do it clean? Hell no. No. Probably another dick kick. Which is sad because AJ, wear a cup. If there's ever one time for you to think ahead and just put a protection around your dick, okay? Seriously, wear a cup, but still somehow lose, like in a roll-up or something. That's my guess. But he is just a southern boy with palm string. Ain't no one can this bad of pain. So he's not gonna wear a cup. He's gonna lose. On to the main event. Should be the main event. If it's not the main event, what the hell are you doing? Charlotte, Becky, Asuka triple threat TLC match for the SmackDown Women's title should be the main event. If it's not, fuck you. This should be outstanding. I mean, Charlotte and Becky just had an outstanding last man standing match, last women's standing match, if you want to get fancy. But now, no, Becky calls herself the man, so it was a last man standing match because she won last man standing. Logic, use it. Who's gonna win though? Because all signs point to Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania. They gotta start building for that now. You know, building toward the Royal Rumble and then on to Mania after that. Or they could do Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda in a triple threat at Mania. No one would hate that. That would be pretty sexy. So I think, if not both of them, at least Becky is probably going to be hopping from show to show for a bit because she's just the hottest thing going. They need her on Raw. Her ratings suck, and Becky is... she's bringing in the views because she's fucking killing it right now. So, I think Asuka's going to win. They kind of forgot that Asuka is actually quite amazing. They forgot for a little while, and I think this is when they remember, and they start building her the same way they built her in NXT. Like, she is vulnerable to being beat. Clearly, we've seen that now. She lost to Carmella twice. Charlotte and Becky are going to get too pissed off at each other. Maybe even Ronda comes out, pulls a distraction from both Charlotte and Becky, letting Asuka climb the ladder and win the championship. Why the hell not? That's outstanding. Most important thing though, Charlotte, Becky, Asuka, TLC, SmackDown Championship. They better main event at this point. You have no hotter commodity than Becky Lynch, and frankly, Charlotte's not that far down from there. You know, Ronda's up there, sure. Ronda's up there, but she's not main eventing crap with Nia Jax. Sorry. But Becky, Charlotte, Asuka, TLC match. If that's not the main event, I'm canceling the damn network. It's just a criminal act if that's not the main. There it is. My fantasy booking and predictions for this Sunday's TLC event. Should be a lot of fun, despite how piss poor some of the television's been lately. I mean, you know how bad it was? They mentioned it on Raw this past week, how bad it was. That's when you know it's bad. This should be much, much better. This should be outstanding. Year-end pay-per-view, they usually do put a pretty big foot forward for that. Here's hoping. Should be great. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments section. Did I get anything wrong? In your opinion, let me know. My name is J.K. Calloway, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you do hit subscribe. Should be right around here. Check out my latest video. Should be right over there. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Always real JK Calloway. And then make sure you download the Hashtag Roundup app. All the best weekly hashtag games, including Hashtag Skirmish. Give that a follow on Twitter as well. My name is JK Calloway, and we'll talk to you next time.